Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. JTA urges teachers to return to work. The Jamaica Teachers Association has asked teachers to discontinue their industrial action and return to the classroom on Monday, May 29. This follows a meeting with the Minister of Education and Youth at the Ministry of Labour and Social Security on Friday. Educators in some government-administrated schools have been protesting since Thursday over aspects of the government's compensation review. In a release on Friday, the JTA disclosed that the association is set to have discussions with the Ministry of Education and Youth and the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service on Tuesday, May 30. In light of the pending meeting, the JTA says it is urging teachers who have registered their displeasure with the recent compensation review over the last 2 days to return to work. We are bracing for academic loss. At least one school principal says he is bracing for academic loss amid a strike by public school teachers. This strike, which started in 7 parishes Thursday, to expect to last for 6 days. Principal Paul Grant of Belfield High, a shift school in Manchester, told reporters on Thursday, said if the strike continues as planned, the school system will be crippled. He added, "We are bracing for some academic loss that we can't escape." Teachers are required to submit their exam scripts to the head of department and to be vetted by the vice principals for printing for internal exams starting in the middle of June, stated Grant. If this continues into next week, then there will be significant academic loss in terms of the final preparations. I suspect that between now and the middle of June, some teachers may not complete their unit and curriculum, so the impact Thursday, Friday, and possibly into next week will have rippling effects in terms of students and their preparations for their end-of-year results, added Grant. The Jamaica Teachers Association, JTA, led by President Lasandra Harrison, called for the strike and urged educators to register their displeasure with the handling of abnormalities and discrepancies arising from government's compensation review. Principal of Margate High School in St. Elizabeth, Sean Graham, said he dismissed school early on Thursday. "We had to make a decision to send the students home at 9:30 a.m. There are some students here doing CXC and others are at different eras studying. The teachers supported, and then we had to send the students home just to make sure that they are safe," he said. "It is slated for Friday, but I don't know in terms of government intervention what will take place. We are listening and awaiting information, but if we don't hear anything by a certain time, we'll have to get in touch with parents so that they can know that we have made a decision," added Graham. Beenie Man pays tribute to Boom Dynamite at Candlelight Vigil. Dancehall veteran Beenie Man was in his element on Tuesday night as he gave a heartfelt speech at the late former Stadium crew member Boom Dynamite Candlelight Vigil, touching the hearts of family and friends gathered in the Seaview Gardens community. He explained that during his decade-long feud with fellow artist Bounty Killer, he had remained friends with Boom Dynamite despite the former Stadium crew member's close alliance with Bounty. "Me is a man, when not too like people, cause people not too like me. You see Boom Dynamite, I'm my brother. No care when me and Bounty Killer are war neck to neck. Anywhere me see Boom, him have to heal me, or me have to heal him. Cause him a my friend," Beenie Man stated. Boom Dynamite passed on Sunday morning as a result of medical complications from a car accident on April 27. The audience included artists such as Bounty Killer, Harry Toddler, General B, and Queen Africa. Beenie Man gave a brief performance, blessing up his one-time nemesis turned friend Bounty Killer. "Big up Bounty Killer. Me no business where you want to stand up. Anywhere you stand up, stand up. You are bad people. I saw it go," he said. Beenie Man shared that the last time he had seen Boom Dynamite was at his birthday party at the same house where they were now hosting his Candlelight Vigil. "All who love Boom Dynamite say, 'Boom, find a rhythm. You think say me come fi talk? What time is it? What time is it? Brother run through the river like a Dunn's River Falls. This bad man, a wrong name you call. Boom Dynamite, we miss you," Beenie Man said. The artist went on to perform at the Vigil's attendees with songs like "Them No Like Me," "None of Them No Bad Like We," "Get a Slam," and "Old Dog," all of the Showtime rhythm. Queen Africa took the mic and performed "If You Feel Like a Bad Man, Keep It to Yourself," and was met with cheers. Beenie Man later called for a moment of silence for Boom Dynamite. Fire in Jonestown leaves at least 11 people, including children, homeless. At least 11 people, including children, are now homeless after a large fire gutted several houses in Jonestown, Kingston Friday afternoon. Preliminary reports are that sometime after 12 noon, the fire noticed coming from one of the dwellings. An alarm was raised and residents tried to put out the blaze to no avail. The fire brigade was called and several units responded and the fire was contained. However, the houses were already engulfed. Dalton Foster, a fire victim, said she lost everything. The inconsolable woman said among the top of her worries is her children. "I lost everything. I just worried about my children," she told reporters. "I'm just worried about getting help for my children. God see and know, but the greatest thing is that we have life today," she added. Another victim, who gave her name as Beverly, said she was in the bathroom when she noticed something was wrong. She stated that she tried wetting the other dwelling that was on fire with water to save her house, but it was not enough. "I was in the bathroom bathing and I didn't even have on any clothes. I heard my neighbor, Stacy, screaming that fire is in the other girl's room by the front. By the time I started putting on my clothes fully on me, I saw people running with sand and water to throw in the house. But when I looked through the door, the fire was raging and all I could do was tell her to call the fire brigade, but it seemed like she panicked because instead of calling them, she was just running up and down," she recalled, adding that her neighbor's gas cylinder caused a loud explosion. Beverly only managed to salvage her cell phone, documents, and the suit of clothes she had on, adding that among the lost items were 2 sewing machines, a 3-piece couch, fridge, and a stove. Man charged after allegedly pointing gun, attempting to shoot in Seaview Gardens. A 28-year-old man has been charged with 2 counts of assault at common law and possession of a prohibited weapon stemming from an incident in his community of Seaview Gardens, Kingston on March 24. Charge is Andrian Allen. Reports are that about 10:45 a.m., Allen entered the house, pointed a firearm at 2 complainants and attempted to fire. The firearm only reported made a click sound and Allen made good his escape. The matter was reported to the police. Allen was pointed out to the police and was subsequently charged on Thursday, May 25th. Teen among 2 accused of trapping man to death in Yellows. A 16-year-old boy is among 2 charged for murder following an incident in Yellows St. Thomas on May 13. Charged with the murder of 25-year-old Ricardo Grant, also down to Burke Lane in Yellows, are Damon Grant and the teen, all of Dudley Burke Lane, Yellows in the parish. Reports from the Morant Bay Police are that about 9 p.m., Damon and the 16-year-old accused Ricardo of exposing himself to their family member and an argument developed. It is alleged that both of the accused attacked Ricardo and inflicted several chop wounds to his body. He was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Damon and the teen were handed over to the police where they were charged following a question and answer session in the presence of their attorney. Prison authorities probing how cartel had 2 cell phones behind bars. The Department of Correctional Services DCS has launched an investigation after 2 cell phones were seized from convicted dancehall artist Vybz Kartel a day apart at the Tower Street Correctional Facility in Kingston. The DCS confirmed that the artist, whose given name is Adidja Palmer, was among 3 inmates who were found in possession of prohibited items on the block where he is being housed. One of the prohibited items was reportedly found in his possession last Friday and the other on Saturday during a search. The DCS disclosed comes in wake of a post on the artist's Instagram page in which it was reported that he has been placed on a 23-hour lockdown since the phones were found and that the lockdown is affecting his health as the cell room is poorly ventilated. Kartel, who reportedly has thyroid issues since the lockdown, has not been breathing properly, the post claimed. The post further claimed that the lockdown order was imposed by a superintendent who has ill will against the entertainer and described the order as a drug-and-knife style of punishment. However, the DCS, when contacted, rebutted the claim that Kartel is in lockdown. The department told reporters that the phones were taken from the entertainer, but that he was not placed in lockdown and he's being kept in his regular cell. The DCS, however, said his movement has been restricted pending the outcome of the investigation. It is also indicated that it has not received any complaints from the artist about his health. In April 2014, Kartel, Sean Storm, given name Sean Campbell, Kara Jones, and Andre St. John were convicted of the August 2011 killing of Clive Lizard Williams at a house in Havendale, St. Andrew. Williams' body was never recovered. Cottle was ordered to serve 35 years before he is eligible for parole, while Sean Storm's parole eligible period was set at 25 years. St. John and Jones will have to serve 30 and 25 years respectively before they are eligible for parole. The men, whose local appeal was refused by the Court of Appeal, are awaiting on the Privy Council to hear their case. In February, the Privy Council rejected an application from Palmer to introduce fresh evidence. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.